Welcome to my little homestead. Cowboy and I have been up and done our chores, had our breakfast. Cowboy built us some oatmeal with raisins and brown sugar on the cook stove. We used some of Millie's milk. Another trick we like to have with our oatmeal is we will put a little bit of canned milk in ours. It's so much more flavorful. And that's just how we started our morning, and we had a good start. Now I am working on scrubbing out my find. This, if you haven't joined me in the past, came from a brother-in-law's shop, and he was getting ready to move, and he felt like instead of burning it down with everything else that was going, that I might enjoy this cupboard. And I don't, you look around my kitchen, you're going to know why he would say that. And it's a two-piece, and there's the bottom. I have my vacuum cleaner here because that's what I'm working on. I'm scrubbing it out. I'm going to I got the top vacuumed, and I'm going to start washing it out, and then I'll go to the bottom. But it's just, it makes you stop and think, okay, where did this cupboard come from? This cupboard, I'm sure, has some really good history in the background. I bet it has some memories. I bet it's seen a lot in its day in somebody's farmhouse. Can you only imagine the lady of the house when she received such a gift as this, whether it be from her husband, whether it was in the house that she moved into, whether it was built by her dad? This had to be a treasure back in the years past. And I bet it looked wonderful in somebody's farmhouse kitchen. And I bet it held a lot of things. I bet it held quilts. I bet it held flour. I bet it held sugar. I bet it held jars of preserves, maybe kettles, maybe plates. It was somebody's treasure. Somebody's treasure. And I could only imagine the smile and the look on her face when she first started filling it, because that's how I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling very blessed to own this. This is a part of me now. This old cupboard has been passed down from strangers, and it is now in our farmhouse kitchen. And I myself am the kind of gal that likes the old primitive stuff way more than I have ever liked the new fancy of whatever. I don't care if it's cupboards or furniture, or I like my house to feel cozy, country, and lived in, loved in. And this cupboard is just going to add to that for our little farmhouse. But if you can only step back in time and imagine how many kids lived in the house where this cupboard came from. How far did those kids have to go to school? Did they walk? Did they ride? Did they come home and mama had food prepared out of this cupboard at night for them on an old wood cook stove like I have in my porch? It's lost ways, folks. It's really lost ways. And I think a lot of the lost ways are a good thing to bring back into our life. This was going to the dump, and I can salvage it. I can use it. I can fill it with my treasures, with my love, and it will look wonderful in my little primitive corner here. So watch for these old things. Don't let them out of your sight. Maybe you personally don't like the old things, but if you do come across something and you know of somebody that really does like and appreciate something like this, let them know. Maybe grab it for them, tell them where it's at, pick it up if it's at the dump. Somebody's going to treasure it. Somebody's going to treasure someone else's treasure. And that's what I'm doing today. I vacuumed out now most of it. I'm going to start scrubbing it. I even have some bird poop on this door to clean off. But just think of the memories that this old cupboard has seen. I would love to be in the corner of that farmhouse where this came from. Did the husband build it? Did the grandpa build it? Was it there when they moved in? I bet there's so many stories. But now I'll know the story from here on out. I'll know the day I picked it up in a lot of cold and snow, hauled it home. I'll remember how Cowboy and I got it in here. To start with, the day we brought it home on the trailer, we pulled up by the house, and just as we were ready to try to unload it, and it was heavy, and it had a lot of snow on it still, and so we were going to set it out in the sunshine closer to the door and let the sun melt that extra snow off before we brought it into the house. Well, I go to help lift it off the trailer. Oh my gosh, it is heavy, especially this top piece. It came in 2 pieces, and the bottom wasn't quite as severe heavy as this top. This top was so heavy. Well, lo and behold, just as we were unstrapping it off the trailer, along comes one of our good friend neighbors, one of the Hutterite men, and he came pulling in, and I'm like, oh, you came at the right time. So anyway, he helped us just set it off of the trailer onto the deck so that it could start melting off more. Well, after he left, we decided, I think we can try this. Well, I'm like, I know, I'm pretty sure I can lift the bottom, but I don't know about this part. And after we get it in here, if we get it in here, how are we going to get it up this high onto this bottom cupboard? Because I know I can't lift it that high. I've got a lot of arthritis in my hands, and I just knew that I couldn't do that. Well, we did manage to get it in here. We pulled it in on a rug, both pieces. We got this over here and set one end on a chair, kitchen chair, tipped up the other side onto the bottom cupboard, and I held that there while Cowboy lifted this side up. So together we did get it up there, but that was a memory in itself with this old cupboard. So I'm going to have lots more memories, I'm sure, and just enjoy decorating it for the seasons. Maybe it'll be filled with jars of Christmas cookies, or who knows. It's going to be fun. Anyway, I just wanted to share this little video with you and make you think about the lost ways and all the work that went into this with whoever built it, for whomever they built it for. It was a treasure back then, and it's still a treasure, and it's my treasure. Bye, folks.